Hi, this is Joe with JB Liquidation. Today we're looking at the Konica Bizhub c3350. It's a compact commercial model, nice heavy duty printer for business use. It is available as just the main copier unit, which is right there with one drawer and the copier, and then you can also get it with an extra drawer and the matching stand underneath with wheels to make it a floor standing model. We have that available on our website at wowcopier.com, $895, including the whole setup with the stand. You can reach us 800-533-3991. Check it out on our website, www.wowcopier.com. Have some really good deals there, especially for Christmas right now. So I had a couple of customers that wanted a little rundown on this, get some instructions on how to use it. So we have just the basics we're going to go through real quick. I got to open up the paper drawer and show you how to load the paper. All right, you see there's already paper in the drawer. And if you, after the drawer's open, push it down, it will lock in place. And then you can choose your size paper, whether that be letter like this or legal, which would be over here. And the way you adjust that is this little thing, little guide. You squeeze it on the sides and you can move it back and forth. And when you get to the right size, it will lock in. So for this case, make sure it's locked in to the letter position, because we are using letter paper. All right, and then once you close the drawer will hit the trigger and you can hear it raise up, and then as you see, it's all raised up underneath this roller, all tight here and ready to feed paper. So just a rundown of the basic design of the machine. If you want to do a quick cleaning or assembly or check, make sure that there's nothing that in there blocking your paper path and maybe jamming. Turn the machine off first, and then you open up the front door. This is very easy. I'm going to show you how easy it is because I'm doing it with one hand while the other one films. So first of all, you want to unlock each toner. Push it to the left, to the left, to the left. Then the toner will come out. And I'm going to put it over here on my work table. I'm using a puppy pad to make sure I don't get any toner messed up anywhere. So each toner is going to come out. We're going to take them out real quick. All right, toner's out. Then you have the next part that has to come out is this right here. It's the waste toner bottle. Just flip it up. You can see I'm doing it with one hand. Comes right out. Put that to the side. The next components here, you got to be a little bit more careful with, because these are the imaging units and the drums. And you'll see on this color model, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them that will make the black and white image or the color image. So to pull them out, if you notice, there's a little blue button right there. Press that down and pull that out. That green surface is the drum. So you don't want to expose that to light. So I have this paper here ready to go, and I'm covering that up. It's kind of like photography equipment. You don't want to expose it to light. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the rest of them real quick, covering them up as I go. Alright, that's all 4 of them, all covered up, not being exposed to any light. And then you can see the machine in the front is all wide open now. So at this point, you'll see that there's a very long, narrow, shiny slit glass right there. And that's where the laser shines up and puts the image on the drum. So this machine has a tool that's right inside the door to clean that. If you ever have a line on your image or some kind of image defect, this tool right here will clean off the laser lens and give you a more clear copy without lines. So you just want to take this tool, and if you can notice what I'm doing, I'm just running it along that glass where the laser has to shine through that glass and hit the drum. And you're going to want to do that for each one of the 4 drums or imaging units. And just, you're riding that right along that little glass slit. Make sure it's nice and clean. All right, the next thing on the side, on the right side, is where some other components are. There's a little lever right there. Pull it and open it up. You can lift this with your right there, and you'll see it'll stay. And then there's a blue lever here, a blue lever here, and then this is the fuser that's coming out. Be careful with the fuser because this is what heats up. It's very hot if you just use the copier, and it will burn you if you're not careful. And you also have to be careful that you do not pull on this lower part of it right here, because it's heat resistant plastic, and if you pull on that too much, you can break it. It can be a little sensitive, so be careful with that. The next component in there is the transfer belt. This is where the machine combines all the drums, all the different colors to make the complete image. So right underneath this transfer belt, there's a plastic piece that runs through the length of the machine there. Press that down. You see it came right down with one finger. When it goes back up, it's up there. All right, to get the transfer belt out, you want to push that down. It'll snap in place, and then I usually do this with two hands, but one hand on this side, one hand on that side, and you can gently pull this transfer belt out. It's a little difficult with one hand. There we go. All right, that's the transfer belt, and you want to be very careful. It's a very thin membrane. You don't want to dent that or ding it or put it anywhere where to get a mark on it. And you don't want to touch any of these parts with your bare hands. So then at this point, all the consumable components are out of the machine. It's all wide open. What we would normally do in a shop is take an air compressor and take an air tool like this and blow it out. Oh, see, there's a piece of paper just came out. Little corner of a torn paper. That something like that will cause a paper jam if you're not careful. So blow all that out with your blow tool. Also, while you're at it, you can come the document feeder that feeds the documents. Open that up. Give that a little blast. Open under here. Give that a little blast. Everything's clean. And then at this point, we're going to put everything back together in the exact opposite order. So at this point, everything's clean. All the dust or toner that was maybe blurring up our image is gone. And we are going to replace this transfer belt first, going in the exact opposite of what we had removed the parts. We're going to put them back in. So there's the transfer belt is going back in. Snap it both sides. Then you want to push your little holder back up, and that's done. Then you want to take your fuser back in. That's the fuser. It's going right back in where it was, and it slides right in. You can tell when it's locked in, it'll be engaged. Then flip up the lock, flip up the lock. Take this back down. Then flip up the door and give it a little slam. And it's locked back in. Then we're going to take our imaging units back. We're going to put them back in one at a time. Be careful not to bump that imaging unit on anything or expose it to light. Like I said, that image component has to stay sterile in order to keep a good, clean, good quality image. And then the last one. Then we're going to take our waste toner, put it in, give it a little slam. All the toners go back. Lock them all back in. And you are done. That was a complete service. I know I make it look easy. I've done it 100 times. But now the machine is all back together and ready to start printing. So if you have any other questions, give us a call. We're at 800-533-3991. We're JB Liquidation, and our website is www.wowcopier.com. Thanks.